What's going on, guys? Cyn for the win here. We are back with our franchise mode as the New York Rangers, and here we are. We're 12-11-1 here in our first year at the helm of the Rangers franchise, and my staff, you guys are coming to me with some ideas about how best to begin the rebuild here, or continue the rebuild here, I should say, in New York. Now, Islanders fan 13. No conflict of interest there. Says trade Zook now with 50% salary and perhaps Tampa's second as well. So let's see what kind of a value that would garner for us here. So, throwing Zuccarello, obviously with retention, that'll give us more, but it won't reflect it in the actual value, so we'll just leave that off for now. And Tampa's second, actually not a bad pick right now, but if let's say we added that in there, that could get us perhaps a pick like Minnesota's for sure. I think. Maybe not. They'd have too many skaters, so we'd have to take one back, which is sort of okay. We could grab someone who can play. Preferably a right winger. Well, they don't really have any right wingers, that's right. They do have Ryan White. And we were looking at him a little bit in free agency. So we can grab someone there just to have someone to play. And so they have one less guy on their roster. They'd be over the league cap. So yeah, we'd obviously need to retain. That should actually... I actually don't know if that'll push it across. I mean, I hope it... Yeah, it looks like it should. That's going to be close. Okay, it is league approved at least, so... we could make that work. However, the value isn't quite there. But sometimes it only has to be semi-close, but I don't think this is that close. Yeah, not sufficient at all. So, yeah, Zuccarello might not be able to get a pick like that. And that's kind of a question mark pick because, man, if they get better, it's still early. If they get better, become a playoff team. It could actually not pan out for us. So let's look at some other options here. Anaheim, I wouldn't be too fussed about trading with. Tampa, they're not doing too good right now. We do have their second, so maybe we don't want to make them better, but since they aren't doing good, maybe this could be a bit of a good pick to take a chance on now. And that value is, that could actually go through right there. We can grab their first as well. And that could actually be really beneficial for us. We give them another winger that they want. Let's see what their right wing situation would look like. Yeah, definitely. They do need that second line right wing. Well, maybe unless they... Yeah, this would make them better. I mean, this could push them into playoff contention. But, hell, they actually don't have Point right now. He's still tendered. They might not even get him. So that's probably part of the reason that they're not doing too well. Yeah. Okay. Well, this could actually work out. So Johnson is their second line center right now. They can't afford Point. And us trading this to them will pretty much guarantee that they can't afford Point. We can't trade for that at all. Dude, could we offer sheet that guy still? Not if we retain. Unless we can. Yeah, they can't afford him either way. We might be able to pick up Braden frickin' Point here. But that kind of seems a little cheesy. Because the whole contract thing was pushed ahead 1 year. So I'll probably not do that and not offer sheet him. Not be a complete asshole. But it's very tempting to be that asshole. But, I mean, it does help us perhaps for the future. However, like I said, it will be pretty hard to get him in. To lock him in, I actually don't know how this guy sims at all. And it could be a little risky. He is 22. It's a pretty good age, but... I'm just going to look at what... Because, I mean, at this point in the season, he might not want that much. We don't have the money right now. So we'd have to make the trade and then try to see if we could grab him for offer sheet, but Oh, he's not even. Oh, are we past the first? I think we're on the first, so we actually can't do it. Yeah. We're actually on the first. I simmed up to the first, so we actually can't do that at all. So that's all right. He's just a holdout. So okay. So that's not really an option. Okay, well. All right, while I'm thinking about that, we got another comment here to read off from Hazmatic Chaos. I don't know how many times I have to say this, but there's one more. But here's one more. Trade everyone, including Luongo. Well, I am very down to be kind of blowing up this team, but I don't think we could do it all immediately. We do still need guys to play in certain roles and things like that, and certain contracts are harder to move than most. I mean, I'm not going to trade Shea. Zibanejad, I think we can move maybe next year or the year after. So I do still plan on trading a bunch of people, but doing it all at once, I'd rather kind of spread it all out with our picks and have, because, I mean, 1 year could be bad, another year could be better, you know, within the draft, that is. So I definitely want to spread it out. So I'm definitely going to take it a bit slower. So I like the idea of going for the Lightning's pick here. I think that's a really good option for us. So I think we can get it straight up. Zuccarello plus the $3 million retained for that pick. Now, of course, this could push them over the edge. They could be, you know, very good with this after that. So the pick will obviously lose value. But Zuccarello's doing nothing but losing value at this point. And retaining the contract is kind of meaningless for us because we have plenty of cap space. We're going to have even more throughout the next couple of years here, so it doesn't matter. And this is only 1 year anyway. It's only for this year that this retention will be in place. So Zuccarello, retention for the first. Let's see if we can grab anything else. I don't think we'll be able to, but let's throw a third in there and see if they'll go for that. Nope. Value on the table too far off. Will they go straight up for the Zuccarello for the first? Not quite. Sweeten the value just a touch. I believe we could do that. We have some later picks we could throw in. Let's see if we have any throwaway prospects. Low 7th D. This is someone I'd definitely throw in. Let's try to throw in the AHL guy first. Yeah, let's throw him in there. And that'll do it. So we get another first for this year. We lose Zuccarello. And we do kind of need to grab someone else. We could throw in someone into that role right now. But we will need someone else to kind of... I almost don't want to remove Foss from there. But we might have to. Let me scratch him. And then do this. Make him in the first line positions. Boom. And I don't think... Oh, yeah, we actually need to call someone up because... Oh, no, we have Nieves. Neves, whatever his freaking name is. Let's say put him in there on the second line for now. It's not ideal, obviously. But I like Vesey a lot more. He's got a little bit of potential left, so I'd rather play him in his role. So second line takes a massive hit there. But I think it'll be just fine. Because we're kind of working with what we got. We're getting picks. We don't necessarily have to go and sign someone, but I can check out free agency to see what's available, just to see if we can sign someone maybe a little bit better or just another depth guy to fill in for us for the rest of this year. There's Mike Camilleri, which might even be here. And there's also UC Jokinen as well. He might be able to be some depth for us. His offensive stats don't look good. I kind of want to get someone whose offensive stats are at least a little decent, but there just might not be someone like that. Doesn't look like there is. So UC Jokinen or Camilleri, they're both the same age. It looks... I can't tell. I mean, I wish I had a better idea what their stats would be. But it looks like Jokinen's going to be at least a little bit better defensively. Maybe. I mean, it's still very inaccurate. I could be completely terrible. Emerson Edom, nope. Yeah, I think it's either Camilleri or Jokinen. I think I might go for Jokinen here. We just need someone else to throw into the mix. So let's grab UC. And he can kind of either be depth or fill in on that second line once we get him. And we're, yeah, so let's advance a couple days here to grab him on our team. Ooh, they want to give us Pete. Nah, they want our first. Never mind. Nope, I'm not giving away my picks. We're not that kind of team right now. We got Jokinen. And we lost that game 1-0. But whatever. At this point, losing isn't so bad of a thing. So we're going to just stuff in UC Jokinen right here. Oh, he's down. Okay. He's down in the AHL. We got to call him up. Where is he at? There he is. Bring him up. And we'll stuff him right in there. Neves will continue to be depth. Jokinen's got some experience under his belt. He can play some second line for us. But I'd rather keep Buchnevich in his... even though he is a sniper, maybe he would do... You know, he might do better on that one-time side, so let's do that. Put him on the one-time. Not the greatest of lines here still, but... We're working with what we got, as I said. I can even move Buchnevich onto the top line. You know what? I might kind of do that. Yeah. Let's see if we can get him some more points. He is, what, 23? I don't know if it's better to play him in his role or try to get him some... Yeah, it might be better to play him in his role because Fost is 27. He's done. So let's keep Buchnevich in his actual role. See if he can maybe grow a little bit more, become more of a serviceable player. But I kind of like this guy down the stretch. This guy could even be one of those third line utility guys. Power play time, goal scoring potential on our third line. That would definitely help us out for the long term. So I definitely think Buchnevich could be a part of our long term plans. It's just likely more the third line. But that kind of puts us in a position where we don't actually need him to grow that much more. If he does get up to like an 85, that'd be great. But might be more of a third liner. So Shattenkirk is another guy we definitely want to trade. Now we could actually trade this guy at the draft if there's something that we want to move up for. So I think he would be something we kind of hold on to. But as this continues, we do have a couple guys we could bring up to play in the NHL. That's no big deal. Yeah, as this continues, we'll see if we want to trade Shattenkirk or are able to trade Shattenkirk in any way. But let's keep going. Let's sim here for a bit. See how the team's gonna do. Get up to here. See if we lose or win with these changes to our roster here. So Jack Hughes, obviously that'd be incredible to get. Jack Hughes would cement ourselves. Damn, our scouts need to get going here. Yep, really need to get going. It is only December, but still. Damn, we scored a lot against the Sharks. All right, we come back with 2 wins where we score a crap ton of goals. Very interesting. Okay, so we're still above 500 even with all these Oh my God. What the heck? Better team for trading away Zuccarello, apparently. But we've been hovering. No, we don't want. No, I'm not making trades for players. But what the hell? I think damn, I almost did it. I think Lundqvist is actually just. I mean, look at the goals against. He's really helping keep the puck out of the net a lot of nights. Lost right there. We get a point out of it though. Georgiev's been injured. That's our goaltender. Oof. So we actually need to call someone up here. Okay, well, we have only 2 guys here. So I'm gonna leave Shesterkin down there, but I'm gonna call it Mazinek because we don't want to mess up Shesterkin's development. We don't want to be in a Philadelphia Flyers position to potentially mess up a future goaltender's development there. So all right, Mazinek will come in and oh yeah, Hartford. Need to put in that other goaltender. So that's good. At least Shesterkin will get some more games played here. And that's on the plus side of things. That's exactly what we want. So we lost there in a shootout. I mean, we're getting points when we lose, and then we come back with a win. So it's kind of interesting how we're playing right now. Georgiev's already back, seriously? Why the hell did I have to go through all that? Oh, I need to check that setting, because it's just saying he's back, but he doesn't say he's fully healed. So I need to actually check that. Send back down Mazinek, I guess. I might keep him scratched for a little bit. I should check those games played for those two. Oh, he has to go through waivers. Yeah, there's no way he's going to get claimed, though. Okay, well. How many games played? He has 21 games played, whereas Mazanek had 18. Okay, so they were splitting time good, so yeah, we'll put him back in there. All right, and I need to go actually check that setting because I thought I set it to fully healed, but I might have made a mistake, and it might have, I don't know, something got messed up with the setting. Who knows? But let's see. This isn't it, is it? Where the fuck is that setting? It is on fully healed. But it keeps telling me when they're playable. Let me switch it again to go to fully healed there. Just try to refresh it or something. Because it's telling me when they're playable, and that's not what I have set at all. So, son of a bee sting. Zuccarello. Or wait, Zibanejad, sorry. Zibanejad now almost point a game. We're just out of a playoff. Look at those goals for. How are we scoring this much? That is crazy. I don't understand how this team is scoring that much, but we are. 2.76 goals against is not great. Power play is incredible somehow. Penalty kill's good. Like, our special teams are actually good. And our record isn't bad. We're 6-2-2 in the last 10. Like, it doesn't make sense why we're doing good, but we're, lo and behold, here we are. Wow. Fost. Statistical growth incoming. We better extend him now. I want to be able to either trade this guy or something else, so I might extend him for like 1 or 2 years. And if he gets stat growth, we can ship him off for a lot. And I mean, if he keeps this up, he's getting that stat growth, no question. Buchnevich is doing good as well. It's just the point scoring is going great. How's UC done? You know, 7 points in 12 games. What the heck? 77 overall. I mean, he's really not any good, but he's working out for us. It's very interesting. Lundqvist, still not doing that great. Georgiev, on the other hand, is actually doing quite well. I don't know how the hell we're doing this. Okay, Shattenkirk has now replaced Pionk as the leading point scorer, now 21 points. Hell, if he has a good enough season, maybe he gets some stat growth and boosted back up, and we get a bargain for him. Actually getting damn, dude, Shea, I wasn't expecting him to get this many points. I mean, he's only on pace for like a little bit less than like 35, maybe 40 points, but still, it's good production from a guy who I look at as more of a shutdown type player. So that's good. Everything is kind of working out in that regard. I mean, dang. Howden. You know, Howden? Nah, I think the other rookies are way better than him, so I don't think he'll be in the... I mean, he might be in the Calder talks a little bit, but I don't think he's one of the challengers for that award in any way. But we're kind of doing good, and it's very interesting to me. But hey, and it's not like because of Luong. God damn it, not like because of Lundqvist either. But yeah, Howden's he's getting some growth, natural growth. Boosting up. Look at that awareness and passing. Pretty dang good. And he is only 20, man. Face-offs are getting better as well. This guy could be a solid second liner for us. All right, in the system here, see that's some bottom sixes growing. This low top six guy. Unfortunately, none of the top prospects are getting huge amounts of growth here. In fact, Shishorkin's got none. This Nakis guy has gotten none. Miller, yeah, they've gotten some, but... Oh, wait, no, we saw Kraft. Yeah, I think it's glitching, because Kravtsov, I thought we saw him get a little bit of growth earlier. I could be wrong, but maybe I am wrong. Whatever. They got plenty of time. All right. Well, good month. What the hell else can you say? I don't know why we're doing this good, but we are, so keep going, I guess. I'm still expecting this to fall back down to earth, but at this point, with the production we're getting from guys who shouldn't be too good, they're doing very good. So it's telling me when they're playable and fully healed. Now, Letteri's been injured. That's a concussion. February 1st, he is gone for a while. That's our first-line center, so hello, Elias. Have fun. Fogarty, I guess, will go up. I don't know if we have any other center. I don't think we... Do we even have anyone else? Well, it might have to be a defenseman playing fourth-line time here. That's how it goes. Gilmore. token depth guy. Have fun. It's about a month that he will be out. Yeah, we just lost 2 in a row. Could this be us falling back down? Is this the beginning of the end? I kind of wanted to beat Tampa just to make their pick worse. We're just hanging in there, like win-loss, win-loss. So we're maintaining, hanging around that 500 mark. Okay. I don't know what to make of this. Come on, scouts. Where are you at, though? Come on. Hurry it up. Get some guys scouted. Yeesh. Taking a while on that front, but again, don't have the strongest of scout teams yet. A lot of Bs. I did pick up a lot of Bs and B minuses, but those aren't the best. McQuaid, I don't think, no, I didn't sub him out, so he was just 25, 19, and 4. Like, we're kind of almost on pace to be a playoff team here, which is a little crazy to think about. But here we are. Well then. Lost there. Trying to figure out what the heck's going on. Oh my goodness. No, not Howden. Come on, not Howden. Damn it. That's a tough one. Hedl, I want to keep him in his role. So I'll throw Nieves in there. There we go. 26, 20, and 4. A month before the deadline. And we're now in a wild card position. What the hell? I don't get it, man. I've had way better teams miss the playoffs. Oh, man. So goals for dropped down, but goals against actually dropped down a bit too. Power play dropped down. Penalty kill even dropped down a little bit. So it does seem like we're falling back down. But we're in a playoff position. Only by a point. And we're still a competitive team, which is very interesting. Yeah, Fost is doing really good. I mean, 9 points below point a game for a player of this guy's caliber. Very good. Chris Kreider, I mean, he's going to get 50 points easy. Buchnevich, he might get 50. Nemestikov, same thing. Howden, unfortunately, is now injured. That's a tough loss. Hayes is actually not doing good. I mean, that's our second line center, but whatever. He's the guy we got to play there. Jokinen, okay, yeah. Second line's not doing much right now. Wow, man. Still getting decent chunk of production from our defensive core. And is Luongo, Luongo's steadily improving, and Georgiev hilariously has lost more, but his personal stats are crazy good. Man. How's he losing all those games with those kind of numbers? Maybe our team just doesn't play too well in front of him. Okay, well, we're we're in a playoff spot. This is not how I thought this would go, especially after making that trade. We're out of a playoff spot. We make a trade, getting rid of one of our better players, and then all of a sudden, we're better. Oh, hello. Shea's grown more. He's up to an 85. Offensive awareness went up. Shot power went up. Defensive stats went up. Good. All right. Brady Shea's grown. Hedl, he's getting some growth now. Offensive awareness went up. Defensive stats went up. Good. All right. We need one more, a little bump for Hedl, I think, towards the for the deadline here. I think that'd be great. Yeah, I think he's just going to be decline. Yeah, it's going to be natural decline from Fairzy. All right, in the system here. Yeah, still most of those lower guys getting a bunch of growth. Okay, ooh, that starter. He's growing pretty quick. Okay, Nakis is now getting some growth. Good. That's not, there we go. I was on this guy and it was showing his name. All right, let's sort by potentials here. Shostorkin's still not, but at least he's growing. Okay, there we go. Kravtsov getting some more. Elias Anderson, there we go. Keandre Miller still. Lindgren getting a bump. There we are. We're starting to get some more growth from the guys that we want to grow. And that's good. All right, things are looking up here. Midpoint in the season, almost to the, well, yeah, a little bit past the midpoint, but almost to the deadline here. And I think that's when we should look at our situation again and consider perhaps another trade or so for more picks. Might have to pick up another player in the process. Shattenkirk, I think, is someone we trade at the draft, though, for sure. Yeah, I can't really think of what to do right now. Yeah, Zibanejad. We can either trade him next year or the year after. Yeah, we don't have a whole lot of value. The biggest, well, not even a lot of value. Lundqvist doesn't even have that much value. He's now down to starter potential. 2 years left, so maybe next year we could trade him at the very, very beginning of the year and just grab a first-round pick from a team who looks like they might be something. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But, yeah, I don't know. Ugh. It's getting tough because he's just going to continue to lose value. And if we want any kind of return, we're going to have to move sort of quickly. But we could also maybe check out trading him at the draft as well, because it will be on his last year. Okay. So we've definitely got options. And again, he'll be able to get us a first maybe. And it'll have to be from a team that looks like they'll be good. That's kind of the deal with Lundqvist. All right, so continue here. Let's see, we got another win. We just keep finding ways to win. It's a little crazy. But we keep finding ways to win here, and we might actually be a playoff team for it. Fontaine has been injured now. Jesus, a lot of injuries in our AHL this year. So, Mr. Defenseman gets to play some center again. Claude Lemieux over here. Keandre Miller. I don't think he wasn't out. Would I? I'm checking that because that's one of my actual prospects. I just want to make sure that he wasn't actually out. Nope. Just want to make sure that I didn't replace him. Jordy Ben was on waivers. You know what? Picking a guy like Jordy Ben up off waivers. Ooh, this could actually be okay. This could actually be a good thing. Because if we want to trade a defenseman for a bit of something, Jordy Ben could immediately replace him. 1 year left. There's not. I'm claiming Jordy Ben right now. I'm taking him. Because you know what? If we want to trade at the deadline and a defenseman's on the way out, we need a replacement, and Jordy Ben's a replacement. All right, Howden's fully healed. Good. Want Howden back. How'd Neves do? Really poorly. Howden right back in there. All right, right back and grab a win once Howden comes back. All right, loss in regulation there. We're at least scoring some goals off and on. Got Fontaine back. Throw him back in there. This guy's really nothing, but I just rather keep an actual center there than a defenseman, you know? Win right there. I mean, we're hanging in there. I think we'll be out of a playoff position, though, at this point with the losses that we had in this month. Just a bit too many in reg. No. No, thank you. Not Carl Alsner. Not ever. Wow. Nope, we can just keep on winning. Vegas has Hicka on waivers. Nope, 2 years. Not doing that. Loss right there. We going to lose against Anaheim? Yep, we lost against Anaheim. Okay, so 31-26-5. This, to me, doesn't look like a playoff record. Yeah, we are now out of the playoffs by 6 points. And I think oh my God, Detroit only has 39 points on the year. The best course of action will just kind of be to commit to it, I think. We're not going to be back in the playoff spot. So let's actually commit to maybe getting a slightly better draft pick here. And we can do that by making a trade on the defensive end. D'Angelo actually has a decent chunk of value. And this guy, in my opinion, does not fall into long-term plans. Not at all. Now that's a good chunk of value. McQuaid can spot fill. But DeAngelo, a lot of different teams will like him. Multiple reasons. He is NHL ready. And he's still got some growth left on him. And we can grab ourselves a good pick. So we're given 12 picks total. 5 in the first 2 rounds. So we can definitely grab a good second for this guy, or maybe a really bad first. And we only have 8 picks total right now. So let's see here. Yeah, we can't obviously. Yeah, it's like more value than. Well, I don't know if it's more value than a second. Let's see, like a team like Philly's second. Yeah, lower. We can go for a first that should be like a later first. There's no way these teams gonna. I mean, unless no, still too much. It's because they're out of a playoff position. Or what we can do is look for a team that might be bad next year, like Minnesota. You know, they didn't do bad this year. They might miss the playoffs. Look at that picks value from next year. It's low. If they come back and have a good year, yeah, it sucks. And we do have to take back another player, so. But a team like that. Could be really good to grab. No, Chicago's is a bit too much. Yeah, they're listed as a hopeful now. What the hell? Oh, no, Max Jones. Okay, I was like, I saw M. Jones. I'm like, what? Why would they do that? Why did they make a trade for Jonesy? No, yeah, I mean, I don't think this team's going to be declining. Their big player is going to be declining quick enough for a pick next year to really be panning out. For contract-wise, they're kind of screwed in some situations. Like, Raquel's contract's great. Looks like they already got rid of Silfverberg, but they're still doing good. Doesn't look like this team should be as good as they are, but they are. Oh, especially on the defensive end. I mean, they just got to be getting carried by Gibby. It's got to be one of the biggest things. Yeah, he's doing really well. But yeah, on that forward end, they don't look good. So Anaheim might be a team we can grab, like, their next year's first. But that's even, I think that's even a bit more value than that Minnesota one, but maybe not. So maybe something like this. We can maybe even get a first for DeAngelo, which is kind of crazy to think about. But we might be able to make that work, which would be incredible. As I said, DeAngelo is a really interesting prospect in that he has good value, and he does not fit into my long-term plans here. Not at all. This guy's not a long-term guy, and he has a good amount of value where we can get a great return for him, and we picked up Jordy Ben to fill in for that role. Jordy Ben can just immediately come up and just go right where he was. He's fine. Jordy Ben's just fine. He's serviceable. And that's all we're looking for here, are serviceable players. So that would definitely be what I'm interested in. But let's check out the point scoring things now. We've talked about trades a little bit. Okay, I'll probably go back and think about that some more. Yeah, goals for keeps going down. Goals against still up there around 2-7. Power play is still doing pretty good. And you know what? Our special teams are like the bright spot. We have 5 shorties. It's kind of crazy. Oh, man, we are great on home ice, trash on the road. 4-5-1 in the last 10. And now Jesper Fast leading the team in points at an 81 overall. Well, tied with Zibanejad. But look at what Jesper Fast is doing. I'm keeping him exactly where he is. This guy better get some nice statistical growth. Because, holy hell. Yeah, that's another thing. We're probably going to want to extend Fast. Just so we can, you know, be able to ship him off somewhere or even use him. But he's 27. Like, if we were in win now mode and this guy got stat growth, we'd obviously hold on to him. But we're not that kind of team right now. That plus minus, though. So Buchnevich, I don't think he's going to get 50 points. He's got to get 15 points in 20 games. That's not happening. Don't think so. And Pionk has definitely slowed down. Slowed down a whole hell of a lot since his beginning. And now even Shea's ahead of him in points, but Shattenkirk Shea getting a hell of a lot. Yeah, like I said, like DeAngelo, he doesn't bring anything to the table. He doesn't produce points. He's not a good defensive player. Someone else can have him. And I'm completely okay with that. Georgiev. What's he got? 11 points in 13 games played. Not what I want out of backups if I was in a winning mode, but his personal stats are kind of out of this world. Now, he won't get stat growth because he isn't going to play enough. But that's an interesting concept if we trade Luongo. Maybe just throw this guy into the starting role. And perhaps, I mean, depending on the jump that Shesterkin gets, if he's listed and ready to be backup, we can go with Georgiev and Shesterkin for next year. And see if Georgiev gets stat growth, and then we could trade him for a lot. And that would really be good for us. Well, our first line is doing very well. And I'm going to take a look at some contracts here because I know, for one thing, I'm going to extend Jesper Fast. If he doesn't get stat growth, we at least know that this guy can sort of produce, and we'll just keep getting chances to maybe get stat growth. He does not want an extension, but that's okay. He's not going to want a whole hell of a lot, and we can say, let's count on this guy getting stat growth. And, you know, we'll not count on it, but say, hope we get stat growth, and that'll be a great contract for whatever he jumps up to, even if it's only to like an 85. So yeah, I'd say, let's say 3.5. That should get him for 2 years. Extend him like that. Chris Kreider also doesn't want to come back, so maybe we ship off Kreider now. Maybe that's another piece that we have to ship off here. Because this is his last year. He does not want an extension. Yes, we could afford him because we will have more and more cap space. But maybe that's another piece to move out. D'Angelo, Kreider. I mean, maybe we can package them two together. But then we definitely have to take a player back. We need someone to play somewhere. Maybe we can have Buchnevich jump up there. Maybe get him some extra points onto that first line. That could work as well. Because we see right here, Kreider does not want an extension. Yes, we could overextend and get him. But then it becomes a very tough to move contract. Yeah, we'd have to go up to like 7 mil to get Kreider. Kreider is not a 7 mil player. And again, if we did sign him for 7 mil, it's a hard to move contract. We'd have to retain a bunch, which is, you know, probably affordable for us down the road. But maybe we want to do that this year and get ourselves maybe even a better looking first. D'Angelo plus Kreider. Let's see what that value looks like. D'Angelo plus Kreider. I don't think it'll be enough to get us one of those top things. And likely those teams won't want to trade their firsts anyway. Yeah, these guys are rebuilders, so obviously not. Florida's a hopeful. But again, no, there's no way we get a pick like that. So it'd probably be better to trade him separately. Or we can not do that D'Angelo thing now, but as he goes up another year, he will probably have less value when he gets a little bit older. So going for one of those later firsts will be tougher. So maybe we do extend Kreider just so we can have him as an option to trade next year to grab more stuff. Yeah, that's probably the better option. Trade D'Angelo this year to capitalize on his maybe inflated value, and then extend Kreider for another year we can retain, and probably grab at least a first for him. That might be the better option. So let me know what you guys think about my brainstorming there. We can also trade Luongo at the beginning of the year, or even at the draft if we want to. We can trade Shattenkirk at some point next year or at the draft. Now, the thing about Shattenkirk is he won't lose that value anytime, so we can hold on to him for a bit longer, but we should trade Luongo at the draft or before the next year, but preferably at the draft. Or, God damn it, I'm saying Luongo! Holy crap, you all are getting alcohol poisoning right now. Lundqvist. Trade Lundqvist. Fuck me. Why? I don't know. I don't know. Don't ask me why. It just happens. I talk about Luongo all the time in the freaking Be a Pro, and it's come back to haunt me. It's horrible. All right, anyway, so here we are at the trade deadline. You guys have heard all my trade suggestions. Should we move Luongo? He'll like I said, probably be a draft move. Kreider, I think it's best to maybe extend him for another year, and then we can just retain a large amount and be able to trade that contract. But D'Angelo, I think, is the guy we trade here. And like I said, we could probably either get that Minnesota pick for next year or the Anaheim pick for next year. Either Minnesota or Anaheim. But probably Minnesota. Since they're not doing well this year, they might not do well next year. I think Dubnyk's going to decline pretty quickly. I think Minnesota is definitely our best option to put a pick in the bank for next year, especially because it's got such low value. And if they're a bad team again, then that's great for us. And if they're not, well, we just get the fair value for that trade anyway. So we're not losing anything. If we made one of those riskier trades and a team improved, like the Lightning one was a bit of a risky one, then that puts us in a tougher spot. But I actually think the Lightning are still... Yeah, they're not in a playoff spot, and we have the wild card slots. So it's still a risk, and they're a lot better. I mean, they're only 2 points out. It's going to be tough. We better hope the Mets stay strong, and if they miss the playoffs. But it's not going to be a great pick. So really, we still kind of lost on that a little bit, slightly. Zuccarello did make them a lot better, but hey, what can you do? Some work out, some don't. All right, so let me know about all the different trade options that we have and what you guys think would work best for us. And that pretty much does it. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Remember to leave that like, and I'll see you in the next one. If watching my videos just isn't enough Cyn for you, be sure to go over there on Twitter and shoot me a follow. And you could even join our Discord server as well to talk with some of the other Cynners out there. The links to both are in the description.